All right, welcome back to the 3C2A Annual Convention. I have the pleasure of being joined by Melody Stockwell.
Hi, Sean.
Hello, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. The pride of Butte College. You're about to go up and have a student athlete get awarded.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Our second year in a row, we have a Scholar Athlete of the Year, so I'm really excited about that.
That is really cool. Who is it?
Dante Jackson. He was our punter kicker last year in 2022.
Awesome. That is so cool. Well, we'll let you get onto that here in just a second. 2 questions for you.
Absolutely.
You've had a lot of success with us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take some credit, but most of that credit goes to you because it takes time to communicate and build that trust and get people to get on board with it. What is it that you would say is like the best practice that you could share with your peers as to how you've gotten E-Team sponsor, fundraiser on Butte's campus and how the athletic department has been successful with it?
You know, honestly, I can't take the credit. You know, I moved over to fundraiser, 2 years ago
about
maybe
2 years
at
ago,
Butte College. Then I required all my teams to use it because, well, if we're paying for it, we should all use it, right? At least run one campaign. They could run as many as they wanted, but at least run one. Okay. And so the coaches handed it to them. They're in the driver's seat with their teams, and they took off. And I mean, some of them were a little skeptical. Some of them didn't want to do it or didn't want to use E-Team before because we were using the other platform where it was 20% off. But now, getting all the revenue back, it was like, oh, this is easy. And especially since I have a lot of part-time coaches, it's an easy fundraiser and minimal work. I mean, maybe an hour's worth of work of inputting those email addresses or numbers. Yeah. It's an easy fundraiser compared to, running an event or something else.
Sure. Have you seen that happen in the athletic department? Has fundraising efforts been consolidated to working with us, or has it increased bandwidth to capacity in other ways, other areas? How has that impacted them?
I mean, certain programs already had long-standing fundraising events, so those still continued, so this supplements some of those. But for other smaller programs that maybe have smaller, roster sizes and things like that don't have long-standing things outside of like department-wide fundraisers, this is kind of their standalone big fundraiser. But I mean, at the same time, they've been surprised, like if they put the effort in and they put those email addresses and they have their student athletes collect like 20 email addresses each and put those in, they've reaped the rewards of just doing that. Because I mean, even if someone just donates $20, but 20 email addresses, $20, I mean, that adds up quickly.
Adds up over time. Yeah, absolutely. What last question for you. How have you seen the efforts, the fruits of the labor that's been put into fundraising? You guys raised well over $100,000 just this academic year alone. How has that impacted the student athletes?
So, I mean, like every school, our district money and, the money supplied to us never fully meets all the things we want to do and all of our needs and wants. Yeah. So whether it's, additional gear, meals, travel, whatever else, it supplements that. And so it's great to be able to, reward those student athletes for the great work that they do on and off the field and, ensure that they're taken care of. And so the money directly goes back to our student athletes, as well as, also helping out some of our coaches with professional development and things like that. Because they're there and a lot of them are donating their time. They're not getting, the correct compensation, for the time that they put in.
Sure. I remember I did it.
They're living it, day in, day out for, to benefit these kids. And so, it's making sure that we're doing everything we can and the best that we can to, benefit these student athletes so they can get the best experience and hopefully move on and continue the success at the next level. So you see the benefits day in and day out. And this additional money, and especially with like the time invested and then the money reaped from it, is just such a great ROI or trade-off, I guess,
Yeah, sure.
So
I like the return on investment. That makes sense. Yeah, you guys are paying for something and they're putting time into it, and if we can help raise more money, then it makes it all worthwhile. I loved hearing that you actually have coaches that are taking some of the money that's being raised to help them professionally develop, because in turn that goes right back into the student athlete if that coach or administrator is honing their craft, right? Really helping their professional development. That's awesome.
Like our baseball coach, he'll go to the ABCA conference. Our football coach, we'll go to some of our other coaches as well. Some of our younger coaches, he'll take to some of the national conferences or like laser clinics and things like that. So they get some exposure to national clinics so they can also grow as coaches too. So it's not even just like our student athletes, but it's also, they can help as they're growing and developing too, so that they can help our student athletes here, but then they also grow as individuals.
I love it. That's awesome. We talk about it, people development, it's experience, exposure, and education. It sounds like even with the money you guys are raising, you're giving those opportunities to your coaches. So
absolutely.
That's really cool. Melody, thank you. Always appreciate you coming by and saying hello, and
Absolutely.
Thank you for everything that you've done for us. You've been one of our, I'd say our prized clients, somebody that, you've always had just wonderful things to share with us, say about us, and we appreciate all the hard work that you've put in helping us be successful there too.
No, thank you. Awesome.